Hi, everyone.
I'm Yaron, I'm the CTO of BioRaptor, and today I wanted to show you how the system works when you're working with multiple CDMOs. How you use the system to create a company-wide knowledge base, analyze data, and get insights. So let's take a look how the system looks like when you're using three different CDMOs. So we have one CDMO that we're using for early development, one for scale up, and another one for downstream purification, formulation, and other things that are relevant to the downstream areas of work. So let's take a look how this looks like. So this is a project that shows all of the runs that were used in CDMO A. So you can see here data coming from shake flasks, cell line, screening, and then some scale up from the amber to the 3-liter bench scale bioreactors. So each would have its own batch record and all the data associated with it. And you can see I have the data from these guys and also from the scale up CDMO. So in this case, I have the production for, in this case, this is 2 kiloliters. And here, this is the smaller scale, the 200 liter. And each has its own sensor data and offline measurements and all the metadata associated with it. So one of the first things that I can do with these is compare them. So let's say that I have a question. I want to understand, is the 200 liter behaving the same as this 3 liter, as an example? So what I can do, I can use it as compare to compare between different scales and different providers. So as I click compare, I will compare two different groups, and I will select here the 3 runs from the 3 liters, and I will call them a 3-liter runs. Hit next. Go to this project, select the 200 liters. I'll call this the 200 liter runs. Click submit. And what the system does now is it tries to compare and find any difference between those runs. And you can see that, of course, the vessel working volume is different. Here it's 2.5 working liter as a working volume. Here it's 150. And you see different feed strategies. And now I can also compare the time series data. So in this case, the system found some variability, some differences between cell viability percentage between those runs. Do note that the data, as it was ingested into the system, each CDMO called this field something different, and the system was able to harmonize these data, different data streams, into a singular field here. So you can see it found differences here, some differences in the osmolarity in this case. And you can see how it took me 5 seconds to find differences between those runs, which would have been a very, very long process if I was receiving Excels from my CDMO. So this is just a very quick tour of the system for when using CDMOs. Hope this helps. Thanks.